This one is a new song, it's called 27.
No, I actually prefer this much more. I mean, it's fun to play festivals as well because there's a lot of people and it's always real fun and there's a lot of friends there. And, you always have a good time at festivals, but I like playing smaller venues like this.
What's that? Don't split your heart in two. Sides to every coin. Careful where you're going. What am I becoming? Count me out.
I mean, there's a big difference between playing solo shows and playing with a band. It's both easier and harder to do both. I mean, it's easier to hide beside other band members, and you can have a good time on stage and talk to each other and have someone to communicate with and interact with on stage. But on the other hand, it's harder because everybody has to like be there, and if somebody's not really into the show, it's much harder to do the show. Because when you're alone on stage, it's harder because it's just you, and it's you that have to try to entertain the audience alone. But it's easier because I mean, it's easy to hide the mess you do. But that's actually what I miss the most, being around them, because it's always, I mean, it gets a little boring to sit in the backstage room alone with a beer, like cheers to me. So it's much more fun to have more people with you on tour. But so I mean, I really miss them when I'm touring by myself. But it's of course it's easier to be on your own to do solo shows because it's fewer things to take care of, and it's just sometimes it's only me and my guitar. So, and now I have 3 guitars and an amplifier, so it's not a big backline.
Hurts to be in my place.
I don't know either. I mean, yeah, it was actually the opposite around. It was actually Britta called me up and asked me if she could join me or do some stuff together with me, and I said yes, of course. So and then I had her on one of my albums. Oh, it's really hot in here. I had her on one of my albums, and we made a couple of tours together, and now she's on her own again.
Hurts to see in the same.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's always nice if you get contact with the audience and you can interact with the audience a little bit, and so I usually like that. But it differs. I mean, it's It's not that I prefer anything, just whatever the venue is like, and if the audience is seated or if it's standing audience, it's just every night is different. So you just have to get in the mood for that night, steer into that mood. So everything works.